back to Haas's Ironworks. I know it's been over about a year since, a little over a year since last time we talked. Last time I was on my YouTube channel. Had quite the hell of a year. I stopped last video was the foiled wall hook, and after that we got a ton of rain. Then I worked on my backyard because it was overgrown like crazy. Ever since then, I've been working on the cars. Now, behind me is my little Ranger. All that plastic on there because my wife's car, a nice Ford Escape, right there, is leaking water. I have no idea where because it's not the water pump. I tore the front of the engine apart. Now I'm working on where it's coming from. It's coming from underneath in the back. Y'all know I'm a mechanic by trade, so got to keep the wife's car working. After I get done working on my wife's car, I got to work on my little Ranger because my 16-year-old is getting her license. So with that Ranger, runs pretty good. It's got about 400,000 miles on it. Still got good compression. I just need to do the spark plugs, do the wires. I put all in new injectors, new coils, basically a whole new ignition system and some injectors. But that is on pause because my wife's going back to work and she had orientation this morning. And I was praying and hoping that this car, my little Ford Escape, would make it through until she got through to orientation, because it didn't matter if she broke down on the way back. It would have been done already. But she ended up calling me on her way to take my daughter to school and go to her orientation. She was really upset because out of all days, why the heck did it happen today? Because that's just been our luck lately. So for the past year, I've been keeping my little Ford Escape running. Put new hubs. Had to get new hubs for it. I got to get just little things all the time. And between that and working on my Ranger and de-weeding my yard, it's just been a crazy year. So I don't want to pay a shop because you know how that goes. I just ain't got the money, so I got to do it yourself a lot. My experience in being a mechanic is not automotive. It's heavy equipment. Scrapers and dozers and loaders and blah, 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 blah. Big stuff. Big, taller than me. Anyhow. So now I get to work on this. I got to work on this and we got to get this thing running. So I'm here at the point of where I need to drop the belly pan. Drop the little, I don't know, cardboard piece or whatever it is up underneath the engine, the cowling, so I can see where the heck it's leaking from, because I had to take all this apart, all this apart, all that plastic on my Ranger, sitting on my Ranger, in order to get to see if it's the water pump. And if it was the water pump, it would have been a heck of a job, because gotta love engineering these days. It's behind the timing belt. Yeah. Anyhow, now good news is it's not the water pump. Bad news, I don't know what the heck it is. Now I gotta drop the bed pan and see what's going on inside. So found my leak. Really good news. Somewhat easy to get to. Somewhat cheap. It is the banjo type fittings on a water-cooled turbo. First time I've ever seen that. But this is automotive. and stuff gets weird in automotive. Why you would put water fittings on your turbo, I don't know, but it's spewing out. So now I gotta find those damn fittings. So I'll show you where they are. So this is the engine, and around the backside, down underneath, is that fitting. See that fitting? It might not be the banjos. After all, now that I look at it, might be this line right here. That little itty bitty bastard. Yep, that'd be it. Okay. So I took this out of here. It's really easy. It's a hose on that side, banjo fitting on that side. I was gonna scrape it off, but then I was looking, because this seems to be the culprit. I think it's that hole right there. If you could see it, I think that's a hole. I'm going to brush it off. You all know I have a wire brush, so I'm going to brush that off and see what it looks like. It may not be these fittings, but since I'm in there, might as well get the banjo seals to go along with it, because it looks pretty crusty. So I'll clean all this up and find out where the hole is. So after some cleanup, come on, focus. 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 Ah, there's the hole. The fittings look pretty decent. I'm going to see if there's a weak spot there. Then there's going to be a weak spot in the rest of that bend. So I'm not even going to chance trying to braze that up or anything, or trying to get it brazed up. I'm just going to buy a new one and see how available these little freaking lines are. Anyhow, alright, I'll get back to you. So after a little bit of research and calling a parts house that I know that deals in factory parts, ASAP Auto in Long Beach, and me and the guy have a good rapport together, so he was able to get me the local, well, not local, but a dealership that has the part, because it's a dealer only part. So now I have to go all the way to Moreno Valley, which is about 40 miles, 35, 40 miles away. Get the part, which costs about $40, which is a lot cheaper than the damn water pump, but still I have to go all the way out there. Then I can come back and get this car rolling. So, got a cup of coffee, got a bottle of water, got a full vape. Ready for a little bit of a road trip. Okay, we're back at home. We're going to start in on the, now that I have the damn part, I'm going to start in on the putting everything back together. Yeah, so I'll put you on a little bit of time lapse so you can watch that whole thing, that whole situation. So that was the water leak, but there still is one thing left that I have to do to this car to make it to where my daughter could take it for her driving test. And that is, I have to replace a light bulb. It's a marker light on the driver's side in the bumper. Right in there. Now, you would think that'd make it somewhat easy to get to, but you'd be wrong. You gotta take off that tire, take off the inner fender, and then stick my big arm, because I don't have small arms, stick my big arm in between the fender and the bumper and try to finagle it out. So that's my next task. So that's what I'll do now. So here we are. It's a new day. Did make a finishing for the video yesterday because I didn't finish the car, the damn light bulb that took me forever, until late, until like 8 o'clock. Well, it was 7 o'clock. So couldn't quite get to it. Today, however, as you can see, my wife's car's gone. It's running. It's working great. Light's done. Water leak's done. Now, for today, I'm going to work on do some yard work because I don't want to get overgrown like I did last year. So I'm going to do some yard work this time, and then I know I need to get back to blacksmithing. My forge is actually growing weeds in it. That's how long it's been. But if you want me to do more videos like this one, just hit the subscribe. Well, hit the subscribe anyway. Hit the bell, like, comment. Let me know. All right. Well, see you next time. Hopefully, while forging.